4 kidney-safe nuts to eat and 4 you must avoid. Every single day, nearly 200 liters of blood pass through your kidneys. 200 liters. And yet, millions of older adults are unknowingly damaging these organs with something as simple as the nuts they snack on. Today, I'm going to show you the 4 nuts that help protect your kidneys and the 4 you must avoid if you want to keep your creatinine stable and your filtration strong. But let me ask you something. Why are so many people doing everything right and still watching their kidney numbers worsen? They cut out salt, they drink more water, they switch to whole grains, and still, their urine looks foamy, their ankles swell, and their blood pressure creeps higher. It doesn't make sense, right? They're avoiding red meat. They're cutting back on sugar. They're walking every morning. They're taking their medication exactly as prescribed. They think they're eating clean. They swap chips for mixed nuts, believing it's the healthier choice. And yet, month after month, their creatinine climbs higher. But here's the twist. One small mistake keeps slipping through, hidden inside a food almost everyone believes is harmless. Nuts. Some of them can heal tired kidneys. Others can overload them with oxalates, phosphorus, or toxins that silently scar the nephron. And the scariest part is that most people can't tell the difference. Your kidneys aren't just filters, they're sensors. They read every mineral, every toxin, every compound you consume. And within minutes, they react. If what you eat triggers inflammation, raises potassium too quickly, or adds more waste than your kidneys can handle, no amount of clean eating later in the day can undo that damage. That tiny mistake builds up year after year, until one morning your lab results show a drop you never saw coming. That's why today we're cutting through the noise. No fluff. No recycled advice. Just clear, science-backed guidance that can help you protect the organs that quietly keep you alive. And to understand how to choose wisely, we need to begin with one critical truth most people have never been told. Why are nuts so dangerous for aging kidneys? Let's break it down. As we get older, our kidneys don't work the way they used to. After the age of 50, these organs naturally lose a portion of their tiny filtering units called nephrons. That means every mineral, every toxin, and every waste product takes a little longer to clear. Most people don't feel this decline. There is no pain, no warning, just a slow reduction in filtration over the years. This is where nuts become a hidden challenge. Even though they are natural and often considered healthy, many nuts contain 3 compounds that aging kidneys struggle to handle. The first is oxalates. When oxalates enter a body with weakened kidney function, they can bind with calcium and form microscopic crystals. Over time, these crystals contribute to kidney stones and irritation inside the urinary tract. The second problem is phosphorus. Younger kidneys clear phosphorus quickly, but after 50, it can accumulate in the blood, forcing the kidneys to work harder with every meal. Too much phosphorus can speed up scarring inside the nephron. The third concern is aflatoxin, a toxin from mold that can appear in some stored nuts. Even small amounts can irritate already sensitive kidney tissue. The truth is simple. A food that supports a 30-year-old body may overload a 60 or 70-year-old one. But the good news is that not all nuts are harmful. Some of them provide gentle, anti-inflammatory nutrients that can actually support filtration, protect the nephron, and stabilize creatinine levels. So now that you understand why nuts can become risky with age, let's look at the 4 kidney-safe nuts that can help your body instead of hurting it. Sunflower seeds may look simple, but for aging kidneys, they can be a gentle source of support. Their biggest benefit is their rich supply of vitamin E, one of the most powerful antioxidants for protecting the delicate cells inside your kidneys. If your filtration has been slowing down over the years, sunflower seeds can help reduce the irritation and oxidative stress that push creatinine higher. The reason they work so well lies in their nutrient profile. Vitamin E helps stabilize the membranes around nephron cells and shields them from free radicals created by long-term inflammation, high blood pressure, or medication use. Sunflower seeds also offer natural plant compounds that support smoother circulation, giving each nephron a better chance to filter waste without strain. For older adults, even a small improvement in inflammation can make a meaningful difference in daily kidney function. But like any food, they are not risk-free. Eating too much can add unnecessary calories or cause stomach discomfort. Some packaged sunflower seeds contain high levels of salt, which can raise blood pressure and burden the kidneys. People with severe kidney disease who must limit phosphorus should use caution, since all seeds contain some amount of it. The good news is that you only need a small portion. About 1 tablespoon of roasted, unsalted sunflower seeds a day is enough to enjoy the benefits. For better digestion, soak them in warm water for a few hours, rinse, then dry roast on low heat until fragrant. This simple step reduces phytic acid, making the nutrients easier for your body to absorb. You can sprinkle them over oatmeal, yogurt, or mix them into a soft breakfast bowl. If you want a little variety, try blending sunflower seeds into a homemade seed butter, or adding them to a light salad for extra crunch. Both options deliver the same vitamin E support in forms that are easy to enjoy. Just avoid heavily seasoned or flavored versions that add unnecessary salt or sugar. I am Dr. Mattheus from Kidney Health 365. If you find this helpful, remember to like and subscribe so you never miss another lesson that could support your health. And now that we have looked at a gentle, antioxidant-rich seed, let's move on to another nut with a completely different kind of power. One that can soothe tired kidneys from the inside out. Macadamia nuts are often seen as a luxurious treat. But for aging kidneys, they can be a source of gentle, steady support. Their biggest benefit lies in their ability to calm inflammation inside the kidneys, especially in the tiny tubules that often become irritated as we grow older. For people watching their creatinine or dealing with early-stage kidney issues, macadamia nuts offer a softer, kidney-friendly alternative to many other nuts that are higher in phosphorus or potassium. The secret comes from their unique fat profile. Macadamia nuts are rich in monounsaturated fats, including omega-7, a rare fatty acid that helps soothe inflamed kidney tissue. Omega-7 supports cell membrane health, improves microcirculation inside the nephron, and may help reduce the oxidative stress that often speeds up kidney decline. These nuts are also naturally low in electrolytes, which means they add energy without overwhelming the kidneys with extra minerals. Even with these benefits, macadamia nuts should be eaten in moderation. They are calorie-dense, and eating too many may cause stomach discomfort or unwanted weight gain. Salted versions can also raise blood pressure, which is one of the leading causes of kidney damage. Anyone with digestive issues or trouble tolerating fats may want to start with small amounts. To get the most benefit, enjoy 5 to 7 raw or unsalted macadamia nuts per day. The best time is mid-morning or mid-afternoon, when your kidneys are actively filtering but your stomach is not empty. Choose nuts stored in airtight jars and keep them in a cool, dark place or the refrigerator to prevent the natural oils from turning rancid. You can lightly crush them and sprinkle over oatmeal or yogurt for a smooth, creamy texture. For variation, blend a small amount into a homemade nut butter or mix chopped macadamia nuts into a fruit bowl with apples or pears. The natural pectin in these fruits makes the fats easier to digest, which can be helpful for older adults. Before we move on, I would love to hear from you. If you have never tried macadamia nuts before, comment 0 below. If you already enjoy them, comment 1. Your experience helps others learn. Now, let's look at another nut with a completely different set of benefits. One that supports blood flow and may help reduce the risk of kidney stones. Pecans may look simple, but for aging kidneys, they offer a form of gentle protection that many people overlook. Their greatest benefit comes from their high magnesium content, a mineral that helps relax blood vessels, improve circulation, and reduce the internal pressure your kidneys face every single day. For older adults dealing with swelling, high blood pressure, or early signs of kidney decline, pecans can provide steady support without overwhelming the filtration system. What makes pecans so effective is their nutrient profile. Magnesium helps widen and relax the tiny blood vessels that feed each nephron, allowing blood to flow more smoothly through the kidneys. This reduces strain on the filtration units and may help prevent the formation of calcium-based stones, a problem that becomes increasingly common after age 50. Pecans also contain plant-based antioxidants that help calm low-grade inflammation inside the kidneys, offering an extra layer of protection for aging tissue. Of course, pecans are not risk-free. Like all nuts, they are calorie-dense, and eating too many can lead to weight gain, which increases stress on the kidneys. Pecans can also oxidize quickly if stored improperly. When the natural oils break down, they form compounds that may irritate sensitive kidney tissue. Anyone who must strictly limit phosphorus intake should also monitor their portion size. The good news is that a small serving is enough to gain the benefits. Enjoy 5 to 7 pecan halves per day, preferably in the morning or early afternoon. Choose raw or lightly roasted pecans without added salt. Store them in an airtight glass jar in the refrigerator to keep the oils fresh. Adding a few dry roasted coffee beans to the jar can help absorb moisture and slow oxidation. You can sprinkle pecans over oatmeal or add them to a soft salad for a mild crunch. For a simple variation, mix chopped pecans into yogurt for extra creaminess, or blend them into a small portion of homemade granola made with low-sugar ingredients. Both options provide magnesium in easy-to-digest forms. Before we continue, let me know your experience. If pecans are new to you, comment 0 below. If you already enjoy them, comment 1. Next, let's move on to a nut known for its rich omega-3 content and its ability to support kidney recovery at the cellular level. Walnuts may look rugged on the outside, but inside they hold one of the most kidney-friendly nutrient profiles you can find in a nut. Their biggest benefit comes from their rich omega-3 content, a powerful anti-inflammatory fat that helps calm irritation inside the kidneys and supports healthier filtration. For older adults watching their creatinine or dealing with chronic inflammation, walnuts can offer steady, reliable support without overwhelming the kidneys with extra minerals. The reason walnuts work so well is their combination of omega-3 fatty acids, polyphenols, and natural antioxidants. Omega-3 helps protect the tiny blood vessels that feed each nephron, reducing the inflammation that slowly damages kidney tissue over time. The polyphenols and tocopherols inside walnuts help stabilize cell membranes and improve microcirculation, giving your kidneys a smoother, gentler environment to filter waste. Because walnuts are lower in phosphorus than almonds and lower in potassium than many other nuts, they are often easier for aging kidneys to handle. But moderation still matters. Walnuts are calorie-dense, and eating too many may cause digestive discomfort or unwanted weight gain. Some older walnuts can turn bitter, a sign that the natural oils have oxidized. These should be avoided, as oxidized fats can irritate sensitive kidneys. Anyone with nut allergies or trouble digesting fats should start with small portions. To get the best results, enjoy 4 to 5 walnut halves per day, ideally after breakfast or as a mid-afternoon snack. Choose raw or lightly roasted walnuts with no added salt. If you prefer a softer texture, soak walnuts in warm water for 10 minutes before eating. This helps reduce any residual bitterness and makes them easier to digest. You can add chopped walnuts to oatmeal, yogurt, or blend them into a soft fruit bowl for added flavor and healthy fats. For variation, lightly toast walnuts on low heat to enhance their natural aroma, or mix them into a homemade topping for salads. Both options give you the same omega-3 benefits in forms that are easy to enjoy. Now that we have covered the 4 nuts that can support aging kidneys, it is time to look at the other side of the story. Some nuts may seem healthy but can quietly overload your kidneys with oxalates, phosphorus, or toxins. Let's explore the 4 nuts you should avoid to protect your kidney health. Peanuts are one of the most common snacks in the world, but for aging kidneys, they can be a hidden source of stress. Their biggest concern is not the fat or the calories, but the risk of aflatoxin exposure. Aflatoxin is a natural toxin produced by certain molds that grow on peanuts, especially when they are stored in warm or humid conditions. For older adults with slowing kidney function, even small amounts can irritate kidney tissue and increase the long-term burden on the nephron. The problem begins with how peanuts are grown and processed. Because they develop underground, peanuts are more vulnerable to mold contamination than most nuts. Aflatoxin can enter the bloodstream and circulate through the kidneys, where it may contribute to inflammation and cellular irritation. For people with early-stage kidney disease or elevated creatinine, this added stress can make filtration less efficient. Peanuts are also higher in phosphorus compared to many other nuts, which can be challenging for those who need to limit mineral intake. This does not mean peanuts are dangerous for everyone, but it does mean portion control and product quality matter. Eating large amounts or relying on heavily processed peanut snacks can increase your exposure. Flavored peanuts with added salt, sugar, or coatings can raise blood pressure or add unnecessary strain to the kidneys. Anyone with chronic kidney issues, high phosphorus levels, or a history of kidney inflammation should be especially cautious. If you enjoy peanuts, keep serving small and choose high-quality, dry-roasted versions from trusted brands. Avoid peanut products with added salt or artificial flavors. Storing peanuts in the refrigerator in an airtight container can also help reduce the risk of mold growth. Many people find it easier on their kidneys to replace peanuts with unsalted pistachios, which offer antioxidants like lutein and beta-carotene with fewer risks. For a simple alternative, try mixing pistachios into yogurt or blending them into a small homemade trail mix with low-sugar dried cranberries. This provides healthy fats without placing extra stress on your kidneys. Before we continue, let me know your experience. If you rarely eat peanuts, comment 0 below. If they are part of your routine, comment 1 so we can learn from each other. Next, let's take a closer look at another nut that appears healthy but can push aging kidneys into overdrive due to its mineral content. Almonds are often praised as one of the healthiest nuts on the planet. But for aging kidneys, they can quietly create more strain than support. Their biggest concern is their very high phosphorus content. When your kidneys are young and strong, phosphorus is filtered easily. But after age 50, especially for anyone with rising creatinine or early-stage kidney disease, phosphorus can build up in the bloodstream and force the kidneys to work harder with every meal. The reason almonds become challenging is simple. Phosphorus in almonds binds tightly to the minerals in your blood. When it rises too high, it disrupts the balance between calcium and phosphorus, which can accelerate scarring inside the nephron. Over time, this scarring reduces filtration speed and contributes to a faster decline in kidney function. Almonds are also moderately high in potassium, which can be difficult for people with reduced kidney filtration to manage safely. This doesn't mean almonds are bad for everyone, but the risks grow as kidney function slows. Eating large amounts of almonds every day or relying on almond-based products like almond flour or almond snacks can make it easy to exceed your mineral needs without realizing it. People with high phosphorus levels, chronic kidney disease, or a history of kidney stones should be especially careful. Salted or flavored almonds add even more stress due to sodium, sugar, or artificial coatings. If you choose to enjoy almonds, portion control is essential. Keep serving small and avoid daily consumption. Focus on raw, unsalted almonds and avoid heavily processed almond products. Many older adults find it safer to replace almonds with walnuts, which offer omega-3 fatty acids and significantly less phosphorus. Walnuts also support better blood flow, which can help the kidneys filter more efficiently. For a simple alternative, add chopped walnuts to oatmeal or blend them into a soft fruit bowl. This provides the texture and richness many people enjoy from almonds without the mineral load that can overwhelm aging kidneys. Now, let's explore another common nut that seems harmless, but carries a hidden risk for anyone concerned about kidney stones and inflammation. Pumpkin seeds are often promoted as a heart-healthy, nutrient-dense snack. But for aging kidneys, they can pose a challenge that many people never see coming. Their biggest concern is their very high oxalate content. Oxalates are natural compounds found in many plant foods. And while they are harmless for healthy kidneys, they can create significant strain for kidneys that are slowing down with age. For older adults with a history of kidney stones or rising creatinine, pumpkin seeds can quietly increase the risk of future problems. The issue begins with how oxalates behave inside the body. When you eat foods high in oxalates, they can bind with calcium in your urine and form tiny crystals. Over time, These crystals cluster together, creating kidney stones or microscopic scratches along the urinary tract. These small injuries can trigger inflammation, reduce filtration efficiency, and lead to discomfort or swelling that many people mistake for simple fatigue. Pumpkin seeds also contain a moderate amount of phosphorus, which adds additional stress to the kidneys in people who must monitor their mineral intake. This does not mean pumpkin seeds are dangerous for everyone, but for older adults, especially those with slowed filtration, kidney stone history, or high oxalate sensitivity, portion size becomes very important. Eating large handfuls of pumpkin seeds each day, or consuming pumpkin seed-based snacks or powders, can quickly exceed what aging kidneys can comfortably process. Flavored varieties coated in salt or spices may also raise blood pressure, adding more strain to the kidneys. If you enjoy pumpkin seeds, keep portions small and occasional. A light sprinkle over a salad or oatmeal once in a while is far safer than eating them by the handful. Choose unsalted, lightly roasted pumpkin seeds and avoid processed seed mixes that contain added sodium. Many people find it easier and safer to replace pumpkin seeds with finely ground flaxseed, which offers omega-3 seconds, fiber, and anti-inflammatory benefits without the oxalate load. For a simple alternative, stir a teaspoon of ground flaxseed into yogurt, or blend it into a soft breakfast bowl. It gives you the same satisfying texture with far less strain on your kidneys. Next, let's take a look at the fourth nut on this list. One that seems gentle and comforting, but may quietly increase your risk of kidney stress if you're not careful. Chestnuts are often seen as a gentle, comforting food, especially during cooler seasons. But for aging kidneys, they can create more strain than most people realize. Their biggest concern is their combination of high starch and high oxalate content. While they feel soft, mild, and easy to digest, chestnuts can quietly increase the workload on kidneys that are already filtering more slowly with age. For older adults watching their creatinine or dealing with past kidney stone issues, chestnuts deserve careful attention. The challenge begins with their nutritional makeup. Nearly 80% of the calories in chestnuts come from complex carbohydrates. These starches can raise blood sugar levels quickly, which in turn forces the kidneys to regulate more waste and maintain the body's internal balance. Over time, repeated spikes put pressure on the tiny filtration units inside the kidney. Chestnuts are also naturally high in oxalates, which can bind to calcium in the urine and form crystals. These crystals may grow into stones or scratch the urinary tract, creating inflammation that makes filtration less efficient. For people with weaker kidney function, even small amounts of these oxalate crystals can cause irritation. This does not mean chestnuts are harmful to everyone, but for older adults, especially anyone with a history of kidney stones, diabetes, or early-stage kidney disease, portion size becomes very important. Eating large amounts or consuming chestnut-based snacks can raise sugar levels and increase the oxalate load more than your kidneys can comfortably manage. Sweetened or roasted chestnuts coated in syrup are especially challenging because they add extra sugar that the kidneys must process. If you enjoy chestnuts, keep serving small and occasional. Choose plain roasted chestnuts without added sugar or flavoring. Avoid chestnut flour or processed chestnut snacks, which often contain higher concentrations of starch. Many older adults find it safer to replace chestnuts with lower oxalate options like walnuts or macadamia nuts, which offer healthy fats without the mineral load. For a gentler variation, mix a very small portion of chestnuts into a vegetable-based dish instead of eating them alone. This helps slow down the absorption of starch and reduces the overall impact on your blood sugar. Before we close this section, I'd love to hear from you. If chestnuts are new to you, comment 0 below. If they are something you already enjoy, comment 1 to share your experience with others. You've now seen how certain nuts can quietly strain aging kidneys, even when they seem healthy on the surface. In the conclusion, we'll bring everything together so you understand exactly how to protect your kidneys with simple, daily choices that truly matter. Let's wrap this up with a clear, hopeful message you can use starting today. We covered a lot today. You learned the 4 nuts that can gently support your kidneys with antioxidants, healthy fats, and better circulation. And you also learned the 4 nuts that may quietly overload aging kidneys with oxalates, phosphorus, or toxins. The message is simple. Not every nut is safe for everyone, especially when filtration begins to slow with age. Kidney problems often progress silently. By the time symptoms appear, the damage may already be advanced. That is why taking action now matters. One small choice repeated every day can either protect your kidneys or slowly push them toward trouble. The good news is that you have the power to guide that path with what you eat and how you care for your body. And here is the hopeful part. You do not need big, complicated changes. Small steps work. Swapping one nut for another. Watching your portions. Choosing foods that soothe instead of stress. Your kidneys respond to these gentle shifts. And over time, those shifts can help you feel stronger, clearer, and more in control of your health. If you want to take the next step today, start by picking just one of the kidney-safe nuts we discussed and adding a small serving to your routine. Or choose one of the harmful nuts and cut it back this week. These tiny adjustments can make a meaningful difference. Remember, this video is for education only. It is not medical advice and does not replace guidance from your doctor or dietitian. If you have kidney disease or other health conditions, always speak with a professional before making major changes to your diet. If you found value in this video, I invite you to subscribe to Kidney Health 365 and turn on notifications so you never miss new updates that can support your health. And if you want to keep learning, watch our next video called Stop High Creatinine, Top 10 Low Potassium Foods to Protect Your Kidneys and Avoid Dialysis. It will give you even more practical tools to support your kidneys every day. I appreciate you spending your time with me today. Take care of your kidneys, and they will take care of you.